Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface with another Raid Boss 101 video, and today I'm back in Ulduar to take on hard mode Freya. Now, I'm a Warlock, and it's no denying that a Warlock is a solo specialist when it comes to things like this. So depending on what class you are, you might try and want to build up to what I'm going to do, and by that I mean not necessarily leaving all three of the Guardians up at the same time to put it into full hard mode. You might want to kill one, two, or all of them, and then just kill Freya as she is. Because there are some nasty little mechanics in this fight even now, and there could be some copious amounts of damage flying around depending on what class you may be. Now, the first Guardian is just up here on the right hand side, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to touch it at all. All I'm doing is taking care of all the trash which surrounds Freya. With these big packs of lashes, take care of the big one first. There's one that's much larger than the other little ones. Single target that one dead, then AoE the rest. If you don't, and you just want to go into big amounts of AoE, then it will just heal all of them up with some sort of like mass tranquility type thing, and it will be still a bit of a bummer even now to burn them down. So just single target the big one and then take care of the little ones. These packs aren't anything to worry about. They used to be back in the day, but now now they're no trouble at all. It's just a matter of DPS. You can even out DPS one of the Druid's tranquilities on here. It's fine, it's no problem whatsoever. And this would actually lead us to the second of the three Guardians. There we go. So what happens by leaving the Guardians up during the course of the fight? Well, each Guardian has an ability. The Guardian that I first came across will lock you out of a spell school. That Guardian that we just saw there will root you to the ground. All these abilities get given to Freya during the course of the hard mode fight. So when you actually engage Freya, all the Guardian abilities will be active during the course. And the third Guardian, who's up here on the left hand side, does, if I'm not very much mistaken, I'm winging it a little bit here, does like a big intensified beam of sunlight which comes flying down onto the ground. It only hits you for moderate damage at the moment, but of course, you know, if you were level 80 when you were doing these raids and you were hit by one of them, it could absolutely crush you. Now, there is quite a fair bit of trash, so it does take a few minutes to just go around cleaning it all up. A little bit too much, if you ask me. But they do seem to drop plenty of goodies, so it's a nice little way, once more, to get a little bit of cash. Hopefully some greens, maybe, you know, for some old school enchanting if you smash them or stuff like that, or just for getting your gold levels up. Now, these are the only bit of trash here that go around in a pair. Just that one big tree and like the centaur type woman, and that's it. It's really weird because you've got like the packs of the other guys, and then you've got the packs of the lashers, you've got the Guardians, and then just one little two-person patrol. I've never understood that. I know it's something really innocuous to start thinking about, but I just never understood the whole thing here. Now, the final pack of lashes, which you can just see in the distance over there, seems to be hovering around Freya. So I think what I'm going to do is when I pull them, it will probably start the hard mode fight. So I'm just probably going to drop a soul stone on myself to be absolutely careful, because as mentioned, even in hard mode, at level 90, with I think I've got 502 level gear, this fight can potentially cause you a couple of problems. As you'll see as we get into it. So there we go. Single target the big one. Freya has now become active, but I just AoE down the little lashes. It's nothing to worry about. Now, there's no point in DPSing Freya at all, because she's got so many stacks of health that heal her up. Even your big damage now will not be enough to come through it. And we go through 3 phases which are repeated twice over. First of all, we have that big tree Guardian. If you're a spellcaster, you need to get under the mushrooms, because it will silence you if you don't. You stand under the mushrooms, you're protected from the silence, and you can actually go and cast through. The next phase, we have 3 elementals, and they have to die within 5 seconds of each other, as that's me, I get locked out of my spell school due to one of the Guardian's abilities there. If you don't kill all 3 within approximately 5 seconds, then it will come back to life with about 50% of its health, as we saw there. Thankfully, I was lucky enough to kill it before the other 2 spawned in. And again, I got rooted by that Guardian root ability by keeping the second Guardian up. Kill the tree. That will heal Freya. Make sure that that's dead. And then wait for the third and the final phase. And this is just a big old group of lashes. But I want to draw your attention to my pet's health. It has been taking an almighty pummeling. And this is why I say, depending on what class you are, you may want to build up to all 3 Guardians. Just see how it goes with 1 Guardian up. If you breeze through that, next week leave 2 Guardians up. If you breeze through that, then go for all 3. You may find they have a couple of problems as my pet dies. So luckily I can just bring it straight into the fight. I've taken a fair bit of damage, but I've got plenty of healing abilities to keep me up as we now go into the second lot of the 3 phases. Now, they're all random. It's not necessarily going to come out in the same order as the first one, even though we have got the Guardian first up second time in a row. But this time, we now get all the lashes coming as the second phase, which means the 3 elemental type creature ability thingamajiggies will be the very final one, and we need to make sure that we kill them all within 5 seconds or so. That was the third Guardian ability, that big piercing ray of sunlight. Once more, my pet's taking a bit of damage, and I kill the tree before going back. And here we go, the third and the final phase. Once these ads are dead, it will then open up Freya. Her stacks of healing will drop, and she'll become vulnerable. Now, out of hard mode, she only has just over 1 million or so health, and in hard mode, she's only got something like 2.3 million, something-ish like that. So once the stacks do drop, you can absolutely batter her down. She's going to cast a tree in a second while I'm rooted, but I've got a couple of burning embers free. I think I'm going to generate maybe a third by the time I've fired them off, because my set bonus allows them to generate a little bit quicker and be taken off a little bit slower. And look at that. 311k, 311rk, she's getting absolutely crucified. When you get her down to 1%, the fight will end and she will become nice and friendly again. Oh, friendly Freya. She'll have a bit of a waffle. You can keep doing DPS in that waffle time, but don't worry about it. So because I've killed her in hard mode with 3 bosses up, we get extra bits of loot. There are plenty of loot whores that love to see what drops. There you go. 16 gold a boss in Ulduar. It's a nice little way of getting your currency up. First up, we get the tier gloves. Then we have some plate leggings. We've got a rune orb and this nice looking wand, actually. If I just bring it... what do you think? I think that's pretty sexy, if that's me. And then finally, some blacksmith plans. So it's a great way to earn a bit of cash and just to give you some little bit of bracking rights as well. So there we go. Freya, hard mode, raid boss 101. Depending on your class, you may want to build up to 3 Guardians up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Also like my Facebook. And please follow me on twitch.tv/heel versus babyface. I stream most nights and it can be all manner of games. But more importantly, I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. So you take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi, baby Belle. What you looking at me like that for? Is it because I nearly dropped the microphone on your head? Yes. Sorry, Belle.